What's up, you guys? I'm back, and today I am going to be doing a quick how-to, or how I do feathering of bangs as well as your hair. So this is going to be layering your hair and with a feather type of look, as well as how to cut a side bang or a swoop bang, as well as how to feather that side bang or swoop bang. And I'm going to be doing this on a wig with straight hair. Okay, it's like a yaki or relaxed texture type of hair. This is actually a wig I made for my sister. So I'm going to put it on my head since we have very similar measurements and show you how you can do it on yourself. So let's do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off and just brush through the hair. As you can see, I hope you can see. It's pretty long and straight. I think it's 16 and 18 inches. So there's a little, you see there's a little layering, but it's not layered, and you definitely see these bangs aren't layered. And basically I parted the bangs in the closure before starting. And I'm gonna just brush the hair down, making sure there are no tangles. Now what I'm using for this, you see I had a brush, any brush or fine tooth comb will work. I'm using a razor with a fresh blade, straight, and it has the teeth on it. Or you can also use the kind that have like the plastic handle that you get from most beauty supply stores. And then I'm gonna have a clip. And that's just to hold hair away from my face. So I'm gonna start with the bangs. And what I'm doing, you separate how much hair you want to use for your bang, okay? So that's too much. I have some hair coming all the way around from the side. And this is so when the bang falls, it's gonna fall on top of this hair as well. And so you wanna first brush it down. And if you're doing a regular side bang, don't brush it down, brush it to the side. Wherever you want your bang placed is where you're gonna brush it. And you wanna get an idea of how far you want it to fall. So if you have a bang, let's see, say nose length. And so what I'm gonna do is, ooh, that's bad. Take the hair and brush it up. This is important for getting it to feather. The higher you brush it, the more feathered it's gonna be. So if you're brushing it down here, you're gonna have a much lighter feather than if you brush it way up. Okay? Now I'm gonna take my razor. You need to hold the hair taut in your hand. And start low. You don't want to start too high. You want to start lower so that you can make sure if you need to go back and go shorter, you can. And can you see this? I'm holding my comb this way, the razor, against the hair, and I'm just going to turn it at a slight angle, and I'm going to start chopping. But as I chop, I'm going to pull the hair away like that, okay? So you'll see as I do it. So I have it, you see this? It's turned slightly, okay? Chop. And I'm sliding it down as I chop. Now brush it down. And once it's curled, you'll be able to see how it feathers. Okay? I don't know if you can see now. And if you want even more of a feathered look, then you would take another layer here. and you're going to take that just a teeny tiny bit shorter than what it already is. And go to the side. Okay? And that's going to give you a feathered bang, which I will show you guys when I finish layering the rest of the hair. Now, when I do a bang, I always do the other side as well, because I think it looks lopsided, especially when you have a side bang, to have short on one side and long on the other. And so I do it on this side as well. And I'm using my same right hand, and I'm gonna angle it. It's a little bit harder this way, but you can still do it. And I'm using the same motion, I just went back, chopping. Okay, and so we have a little bang layer here. Now, if you don't want to layer the rest of your hair, you can stop at this point. And as you can see, the bang will fall forward, and it still goes at an angle. And I'm not going to take too much off here, because I know my sister likes her bang longer, but if you wanted to make it shorter here, you take it and you go down in very short strokes, okay? And so that's the bangs. If you want to do a middle part, same thing. You would just start with your part in the middle and make sure you do it going back on both sides, okay? Now I'm going to start with the layering. I'm just going to do very light layers. So I'm taking the top portion of the hair, the section off my top layers, and I just put the rest of it in a ponytail, and I'm going to let it fall. And I'm just going to make sure I get all the tangles out. And where a lot of people have issues is the back, with layering the back of the hair, which is why a lot of times you'll see people who have nice layers here and the back is just straight and flat. We're going to fix that today. So I'm going to take this top layer and section it in two down the middle. Okay? And you see the bang here, right? I'm going to section one side in two again. Now you see the bang. I'm going to brush the hair up a little bit and take one small piece from that bang. I'm going to take my same razor, okay, and at the same angle, we're going to do the same motion we did for the bang and glide the comb, the razor, going back, starting at the point where the bang is. So I'm going to pull it down until that bang piece drops there. So I'm going to play the razor at that same point and go turn my head and go back. See that? Now we're going to take that second piece that was left. Go. Hold it up, and I have a small section from the part that I just layered. Hold it up and pull down until the first layered piece drops. See it starting to drop there. Put the razor at that point and go back. Bam! Okay? So we have our first layer. And it's pretty even. And we've got it layered in the back. Okay? Now to do the next side. We're going to do the same thing. Separate these in two and go ahead and grab some of that shorter piece that we cut in the front. Grab the razor, pull until the short piece drops. Did I grab any? Pull until the short piece drops. And so at this point, we're going to go back, but at this point, we're going to go pull farther back. Okay? And just kind of want to check and make sure it's even. Now you're going to take your second piece. Make sure you have a little bit from the first piece on this side. Brush. Take the razor, pull down till the shorter piece drops. And swipe. We've got these parts done. Brush and compare your lengths. Okay? And it's all gonna fall even in the back when we take it down. So now you just take the back down. If you are done, then you're done. If you want to add some more layers, then I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So we have our shorter layers. We're going to go down a couple of tiers, which means a couple of rows of hair, a couple of tracks. Alright, so I'm going to take the long layer, my last layer, tie it up out of the way. I'm going to take this down and let it fall. Brush out any tangles. We're going to do the same thing and split it down the middle and pull the hair on each side. And just brush it again, just to make sure we got all the tangles out. Alright, so now we're going to take that and split it in two, this side. Brush the hair, and I'm holding it out. Like I said, the higher angle, the more it's going to feather. If you hold it straight down, it's going to be a fairly blunt cut. And so I'm going to pull until that top layer falls. And now for this layer, I'm not going to go this way. I'm going to go down. So where this top layer falls, I'm going to go just below it. And I'm going to swipe the razor down. Hope you can see this. Down at an angle, gently and slowly. And I'm pulling the hair down as I swipe. Okay? I'm going to take this back piece and I'm going to do the same thing. And so I pull down until that top layer starts to fall. You can even kind of rub it up to see, and you want it to still sit on there so you can have a point to reference. Okay? So I'm going to go just below it and pull down on the hair as you pull down on the razor. Okay? And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. You see if one side's longer than the other or it's a little uneven. And then how you fix that, take this side and at an angle just cut down. You see the layers now? You can actually see them. And then I'm going to take the ponytail on the back and brush all the hair together. And remember the part that you split down the middle, go ahead and brush that back. You can see the layers in the hair. And I'll go ahead and curl this so that you can see what the layers look like curled. And I'm going to be using a curling iron because I feel that that works a lot better than a flat iron when it comes to especially the bang. And I'll be right back.